Yeah, guys and girls, welcome back to another episode into the series. Now, this is going to be a bit of a controversial sort of topics, but I want to kind of sort of put it out there, right? I've got nothing against people from any countries, right? At all. No racism, shit, nothing in my background, right? But I kind of feel, right, when I was watching the England game yesterday, right, at the start we had like England sort of booing the Danish, and that's kind of bad, anyways. We should be treating everybody the same. Now, I kind of feel when they did before that kick-off, England sort of taking the knee. I think, right, at that point, I don't think they should keep doing it every single time now. I think it's starting to sort of like it's not making traction. It's not making any traction at all. Like you think with the amount of people ain't gonna listen, right? There's gonna be a lot of booing. Obviously, when we watched that England taking on Ukraine and all that, um, when Ukraine basically was sort of like not taking the knee, they got booed at. I think right. I think it should be preference. I think it should be down if your team does want to do it or not. But I don't think, to be honest, they should be bringing it into a football game. We know, yes, there is racism within the football leagues, and it's mostly down to some of the fans, and then some of the countries end up getting like messed over because of it. But the thing is, when you bring politics in, because it's quite a political thing, and you're bringing it into a sports, athletics, or any games in that essence, you're kind of putting fuel on that fire. And I think it should be right if people want to demonstrate and do all these protests. Fantastic. Well, great. I'm actually all with you doing these protests. Um, and the BLM, I don't know if they've changed it now. Is it Black Lives Matter? I think, to be honest, like that's all great and all that. That's all great. You want to do that. You want to get groups together and stuff. But when you're bringing it to a football match, right? We want to watch a football match. We want to cheer on our nations and our countries, and it's great to have that like community with all countries where we can all get together. Football is about coming together, whether you're from one country or another. But when you're bringing in, say, like a political matter, because that's what it is, it's a political matter that you're bringing into a match. And actually, when we took on Ukraine, and then we beat basically Ukraine the other day, it was like, obviously they got booed, but yet they got defeated and they lost and all that. But I kind of felt right. I'm not racist at all, so don't sort of think that and shit. And anyway, so I like everybody. I mean, I treat everybody exactly the fucking same. But I think, to be honest, like it's getting a bit old, a bit stale now, in any sort of forms on it. But I think when you're putting fuel on that fire, you're not making the situation better. You're kind of making it worse because it kind of feels like there's this mirror behind the wall that you can't see the mirror because the wall's in front of it. And when you do kind of get the wall down and you go to that mirror and you're actually seeing what's really happening, the reflection coming back into everybody and all that, you're kind of seeing the truth. And you can actually see it on all levels right now. All we want to do is to get on with each other, get this country back together, bring anybody in as much as we can. But how can we do that when you're bringing in? Also, we're having a football match, a football game on Sunday, and hopefully they're going. Well, not hopefully, they'll probably end up taking the knee again. And I think some of the fans actually could hear some of the fans actually booing as well in there, like they didn't really want it to happen and stuff. But I kind of feel when you're kind of putting that fuel on the fire, it's making it a hell of a lot worse. And especially if you're doing it, right, obviously they're doing it for a good cause, I know that. But the thing is, you can't get rid of racism during a football match, or trying to promote the racism and stuff and trying to put the word out there. It should be, there should be campaigns for it, like they're doing. There's campaigns doing it for it, but I don't think the time for this is actually within a football match or at the start of a football game taking the knee. What does that kind of sort of tell you? I don't know if you guys can go. Let us know what you think. Do you think we should be taking the knee at a football match, or maybe a rugby football match, or whatever games that's going on? Do you think we should be taking the knee, or do you think we should be just like saying, look, we know it's there, everyone, it's like it's kind of ramming down everybody's throats at the moment, and it's like it's political. Why should politics be brought into a football match while you're watching a football game? Or you're not just a football game, maybe cricket, tennis, anything. It's just absolutely bad. It's not politics. Why you bring politics into these matches in the first place? It kind of feels like there's an agenda for it going on, or something that we cannot describe and all that. But let us know in the comments below, guys and girls. I want to hear from you. This is going to be an open debate, so if you're in the Black Lives Matter community, let us know in there as well why this actually matters so much, or if it does not help that much. Does it, or does it not help that much? Or anyone who wants sort of talks in it, leave your comments below, guys and girls. Cheers for watching, stay safe, and I will see you all on the next episode. But don't take this as anything bad or anything. This is just an open discussion about it. But cheers for watching, stay safe all.